Hi, this is Dane Shoemaker, and this is the Shoemaker Films podcast. It's a beautiful day out here in September in Pennsylvania, so I thought I'd do this outside today. I'm actually standing out in my backyard, so it's the first time we're doing it. Might be the last time, we'll see. But in any event, today's podcast is inspired by the presidential debate that ran last night between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. This isn't political. I'm not getting into politics in this, but really speaks to media and content and how it gets proliferated across, different types of platforms, and how, one small little point or topic in a bigger theme, really gets broadcasted for good or for worse, right? For good or for bad, right? So, and how you can leverage that concept into your marketing, right? This is going to be a quick, probably a shorter podcast, but we're just going to kind of run with it. So in last night's debate, there was one point which was, depending on whether or not you agree with it, doesn't matter, right? Topic came up about immigration, and Donald Trump was talking about migrants coming to Ohio and eating pets and your dogs and your cats and all that, and this, that, and the other thing, right? So the media's had a field day today. That soundbite itself is now going to be broadcasted and talked about over the next weeks, months, maybe years, who knows, right? So that's just a really good example of how one small little nugget, of information can get kind of broadcast across, different things, right? There's going to be memes about that, right? There's going to be t-shirts made about, vote for Trump, right? Where he's talking about, he's eating kittens or something crazy like that, right? There's going to be memes. There's going to be pundits on CNN and Fox on all sides of the spectrum, right? Talking about this stuff. And that's just an example of how, you can take very small thing and sort of repurpose that and make it into something bigger, right? So and that's kind of what we do with content and marketing, right? So there's the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle, right? This is actually a great book from Perry Marshall that really dives into how you can use the 80-20 rule in basically everything: sales, marketing, business, life, right? You focus on what's working and you double down on that, and recycle that, repurpose that, and focus on that small bit that's going to give you the biggest impact, right? And it was a great debate last night, but unfortunately there's going to be small little sound bites, less than 20%, right? 1% of the whole debate that's going to be talked about for weeks and months, and could impact the election, right? So enough on the debate, but this just really goes back to the trend in marketing today, where one viral video, right, can change the entire course of a brand, a business, right? So this is a great book, Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, if you're a fan of him. I'm a huge fan. Day Trading Attention. The first kind of, I guess it's the prologue or appendix, right, of the intro of the book talks about back in 2020, I believe it was, is when the viral video of the guy drinking cranberry juice, ocean spray cranberry juice, on a longboard listening to Fleetwood Mac, right? That video just broke the internet. Sales for ocean spray cranberry juice, just topped the charts, right, for years to come. And that video really just was an example of the quote unquote TikTokification of social media, right? Where we're shifting from a social graph where we follow friends and colleagues and peers, and now we're more of an interest graph where we're getting served up things that we're interested in, or the algorithm decides for better or for worse what we should be viewing and reading and things like that. So that's just an example of how one small thing can really just change the course of your brand or your business, right? One of the things that we do with our clients is basically we, for our clients where we do video, we also do social media and email marketing. We will look at different pieces of content, right? So whether it's a short form video, you basically we'll put up a graph on here that shows what we do, but basically, if you have a social strategy, You're also going to have an email strategy and going to have a, maybe a YouTube or a podcasting strategy. So kind of this holistic approach where it's a constant feedback loop of, hey, this viral video went really well here. Can we repurpose this into an email where that can get a lot of clicks, very high open rates, things like that. Maybe that short video or that short tweet, we can turn that into a long form video or a podcast, and that can do really well as well. So this is, again, kind of a bit of a rant today, but really just talking about how, looking at the details, looking at small things and how we can amplify them and maybe repurpose them into different things to make an impact. So if you thought this was valuable today, please subscribe, or reach out to us on our website, Shoemaker Films, if you're looking for content for your business, email marketing, video production, social media. So until next time, thank you.
Thanks for listening today. Shoemaker Lab is an original production by Shoemaker Films, LLC. If you enjoyed today's content, please consider subscribing on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your content. Follow us on Instagram at shoemaker.films. And if you're a business that's either interested in our video production services or would like to be a guest on the show, get in touch by using the contact form on our website, shoemakerfilms.com.